Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, saying the affirmations, setting the intentions, working hard, but your reality just refuses to cooperate? You feel stuck, as if some invisible force is holding you back, and the life you deeply desire remains just out of reach. What if I told you that the force isn't invisible, and it isn't outside of you? What if the most powerful technology for shaping reality is already inside you, operating every second of every day, whether you're aware of it or not? This technology is your DNA, and it's not the static, fixed blueprint you learned about in biology class. It is a living, conscious, dynamic antenna, constantly receiving and broadcasting information. This isn't just a spiritual metaphor. This is where the leading edge of science, particularly quantum physics and epigenetics, is beginning to shake hands with the most profound ancient wisdom. You are a transmitter, broadcasting a signal that is literally organizing the matter, energy, and events of your life. The question is, what signal are you sending? Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being energetically. Today, we're going to decode this process. We're going to give you the framework to understand how you are actively creating your reality from the inside out, and how you can consciously, deliberately begin to transmit a new signal to create a new life. Let's start with the broadcast mechanism itself, your DNA. For decades, we believed its primary role was simply protein synthesis, a biological instruction manual. But pioneering research has revealed something far more incredible. Your DNA emits a subtle form of light called biophotons. Think about that for a moment. You are literally made of light. This light isn't random. It's highly organized, and its pattern of organization, its coherence, is a direct reflection of your internal state. When you are in a state of calm, love, or gratitude, the light emitted by your DNA becomes highly coherent, like a laser beam. It's a clear, powerful, and organized signal. But when you experience stress, fear, or anxiety, that light becomes chaotic and scattered, like a weak, fuzzy radio station full of static. Every emotion you feel isn't just a fleeting psychological experience. It's a direct instruction that modifies your biology and changes the very signal you broadcast into the quantum field. Joy and love create a harmonic resonance that ripples through you at a molecular level, causing your cells to flourish. Fear and stress cause a biological contraction, a state of defense that shuts down growth and repair. This energetic signature, this unique vibrational frequency shaped by your emotions, is what the universe responds to. The quantum field, the sea of infinite potential from which all physical reality emerges, is fundamentally neutral. It doesn't judge. It doesn't have preferences. It operates on a simple, immutable law: resonance. It is a mirror. It receives the frequency you are broadcasting and organizes energy into people, places, things, and events that are a perfect vibrational match. So if you are consistently broadcasting a signal of lack and frustration, the field can only mirror that back to you, no matter how much you might consciously wish for abundance. Your energy speaks louder than your words. This brings us to the core reason why so many people struggle to create lasting change. You can't just think a positive thought and expect your life to transform, because over 95% of your daily experience, your thoughts, actions, and feelings, is run by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is a vast archive of your past experiences, learned beliefs, and, most importantly, memorized emotions. From a very young age, you were conditioned to feel certain ways in response to certain situations. If you grew up in an environment of scarcity, your body memorized the feeling of lack. If you experienced betrayal, your body memorized the feeling of mistrust. Neuroscience shows us that over time, the body can become addicted to these familiar emotional states. It becomes your chemical baseline. You might wake up in the morning and consciously decide to be happy. But your body, accustomed to its daily dose of cortisol from stress, will start looking for a reason to worry. It will pull a thought from your past or a fear about your future to generate that familiar feeling. This is where incoherence is born. Your conscious mind wants health, But your subconscious body is broadcasting the frequency of sickness. Your conscious mind desires love, but your subconscious programming is broadcasting a signal of unworthiness. You're trying to accelerate with one foot on the gas and the other slammed on the brake. The universe receives this scattered, contradictory signal and reflects back a life of confusion, struggle, and chaos. The first step to changing anything is to move from incoherence to coherence. So, how do you bridge this gap between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming? How do you create a unified, coherent signal? The answer is both profoundly simple and requires dedicated practice. You must become a conscious observer of your inner world. This is where quantum physics provides a powerful clue. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrated that at the subatomic level, particles exist in a state of pure potential until they are observed. The act of observation collapses the wave of possibilities into a single physical event. Your attention, your awareness, is a form of observation. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and it's what collapses potential into reality. The key is to practice this awareness without judgment. When you feel a surge of anger, anxiety, or fear, the subconscious program is to react, to identify with it, to become it. I am angry. I am anxious. But the path to freedom is to shift your language and your perspective. I am aware of a feeling of anger arising within me. In that small gap you create between you, the observer, and the emotion, you reclaim your power. You stop being the program and become the one who is running the program. You are no longer at the effect of your feelings. You are at the cause. This isn't just a mental trick. When you mindfully observe an emotion without reacting to it, you stop feeding it with your energy. You stop the automatic physiological cascade of stress hormones. This practice literally begins to unwire old neural pathways and build new ones. Furthermore, epigenetics has proven that our genes are not our destiny. Your emotional environment sends signals that can turn genes on or off. By consciously cultivating elevated emotions like gratitude and joy, you are sending new instructions to your DNA, telling it to express genes for health, vitality, and longevity. You are becoming the master of your own biology. Let's go deeper into this state of coherence. True, powerful coherence is the harmonious alignment of your heart, mind, and body. It's when your thoughts are aligned with your feelings, and your feelings are aligned with your actions. The HeartMath Institute has conducted groundbreaking research showing that the heart generates an electromagnetic field thousands of times more powerful than the brain's. When you feel genuine, heart-centered emotions like compassion, gratitude, and love, your heart rhythms become smooth and orderly. This coherent signal from the heart actually entrains the brain. The brain waves synchronize with the heart's rhythm, creating a state of whole being alignment. In this state, you are broadcasting the most powerful, clear, and organized signal possible into the quantum field. This is where the principle of resonance becomes your greatest ally. Resonance is a fundamental law of the universe. If you strike a tuning fork, another tuning fork of the same frequency across the room will begin to vibrate in sympathy. The quantum field is an infinite field of potential frequencies. When you sustain a coherent state of being, a frequency of wholeness, of abundance, of love, you are sending a clear signal into that field. The field must, by law, respond. It begins to organize itself to match your vibration. Opportunities, synchronicities, and resources that resonate with your new frequency are drawn to you effortlessly. You're no longer chasing reality, you're allowing reality to come to you. This is not a new idea. It is the perennial wisdom hidden in plain sight within all great spiritual traditions. The Bible teaches, "To him who has, more will be given." This isn't about material possessions. It's about a state of being. When you have a consciousness of abundance, more abundance flows to you. Vedanta philosophy describes the universe as emerging from a unified field of consciousness, Brahman, and recognizes our true nature as co-creators with that field. These ancient teachings weren't just poetry. They were sophisticated manuals on the physics of consciousness. They understood that our inner world of thought and feeling is the cause, and the outer world is the effect. So how do you integrate this into your daily life? It begins the moment you wake up, before you reach for your phone, before you let the problems of yesterday flood your mind. Take a moment to consciously create your day. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and instead of asking for what you want, begin to feel gratitude for what you already have. Feel the warmth of your bed, the air in your lungs, the simple fact of being alive. Then, bring to mind the future you want to create. But don't just think about it. Feel it. What would it feel like to have that abundance, that health, that love right now? Generate that emotion in your heart and let it saturate your entire body. You are teaching your body what its new baseline emotion feels like. You are sending your signal for the day ahead of time. Then, throughout your day, practice the pattern interrupt. The moment you catch yourself in a negative thought loop or a stressful emotional reaction, stop. Take one deep breath. Put your hand back on your heart and deliberately call up a feeling of gratitude or appreciation for 60 seconds. This simple act can halt the production of stress hormones and shift your heart rhythm back into coherence. It's a reset button for your energy field. I want you to try this for just one day. And I invite you to share your experience in the comments below. What did you notice? How did your interactions change? How did you feel? Let's turn this comment section into a living testament to the power we all hold. Your story could be the catalyst for someone else's transformation. One of the biggest hurdles you will face on this journey is the apparent delay between shifting your frequency and seeing your external reality change. This lag time is the test. It's where most people lose faith and give up. They cultivate a feeling of abundance for a day, then check their bank account, see nothing has changed, and immediately revert to their old familiar frequency of lack and worry. You have to understand that your current reality is simply a three-dimensional echo of your past thoughts and feelings. It's old news. You cannot let the echo of the past dictate the signal you are sending in the present. This requires a radical trust in the process, a faith grounded in the understanding of these principles. You must be willing to feel abundant before the abundance appears. You must feel whole before the healing manifests. You have to fall in love with your future self and your future life, and sustain that emotional state regardless of what your senses are currently telling you. This is the great work. It's not about forcing or manipulating reality. It is about sustaining a new state of being. Doubt will inevitably arise. It's a deeply ingrained subconscious program designed to keep you safe in the known. When it appears, don't fight it. Observe it. Acknowledge it. Thank your mind for trying to protect you, but then gently and firmly return your attention and your feeling state to the reality you are choosing to create. Think of it like planting a seed in a garden. You don't plant it and then dig it up every few hours to check on its progress. That would destroy it. You plant the seed of your intention. You water it with the elevated emotions of your new state of being. You give it the sunlight of your focused attention, and you trust that it is germinating in the unseen realm of the quantum field. You are not a passive observer in a fixed universe. You are a conscious creator at the center of a dynamic, responsive, quantum reality. The power to fundamentally transform every aspect of your life is not in a book, a seminar, or a guru. It is dormant within you, waiting to be awakened. It is in your ability to manage your internal state. Your DNA is the hardware. Your emotions are the software that programs it. And the quantum field is the infinite screen that displays the results. You are broadcasting a signal every moment. Coherence is your power. Incoherence is your limitation. The journey home to your true self, to the magnificent creator you were born to be, starts right now. It starts with the choice to become aware of the signal you are sending. It starts with the courage to feel the feelings of your desired future before it arrives. It starts with the discipline to observe your old self without judgment and choose, moment by moment, to broadcast a new frequency. This is not just about manifesting things. It is about manifesting a new self. A self that is aligned, whole, and free. If this exploration of science and spirit resonates deep within you, if you feel a stirring of remembrance, Then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. We are building a community dedicated to this path of awakening. Each video is created with the intention to support you, to empower you, and to provide you with the tools to master your inner world so you can create a magnificent outer world. Click that subscribe button, and let's continue this incredible journey of creation together.